Okay guys, if you're like me, you've worked on a lot of these cars and you know that projects in general sometimes just take a complete turn from what they were initially intended to be. And in this case, it's good because this car is going to get the engine and transmission removed. All the front suspension is going to get replaced. The entire underside of the car is going to get cleaned. I'll insert some pics here of the front suspension. That was pretty much the determining factor of pulling the engine out. I was definitely surprised with how rough of shape the suspension was in, but it's okay. We're going to get them fixed up. The easiest way to do all that stuff and get the car really cleaned, get the bones, the structure, main structure cleaned up is to just go ahead and remove the engine and transmission, get this thing pressure washed, cleaned up, paint the frame, paint the engine bay, and just get everything looking right before it all goes back together. It's been a few hours, but we're back. Big shout out to Dan, DC's Garage, my neighbor, for coming over and helping me get this thing snatched out. We ended up going to his house right after and actually installed permanently, I think, the big block into his truck. Everything with this engine removal went pretty good. We had one issue. This piece of bell housing broke off the trans. It seemed like it was already cracked, and it pretty much just fell out of there whenever we pulled the motor off the trans. The plan now is to go ahead and remove the transmission from the car so it can get repaired and cleaned up, and then we're gonna find somewhere with an outdoor lift to do all the cleaning. Got the G-body driving. No, I'm just kidding. Getting towed. Just like that, magic of YouTube. Everything's cleaned off. Underside of the car's been pressure washed. We're ready to get started. All right, we're fast forwarding a few days here. Got everything removed suspension wise except for the sway bar. Got the motor mounts removed. You pretty much have to do those while the lower control arm and spring are out. It's definitely the easiest way. There's still a little bit of cleaning up left to do on the frame, mainly just like underneath wire brushing and stuff where you couldn't quite get to with the pressure washer. This stuff, we'll get all this stuff cleaned up, all under here. Made a little bit of a mess when I only had a shot of brake clean. So we'll get some more brake clean and get the rest of it cleaned up, but it's looking really nice. Same thing on this side, getting it all cleaned up. Next thing on the to-do list is clean up the engine cross member and go ahead and get the motor mounts reinstalled. This is the control arms. All this stuff here, these control arms are from BMR suspension. Man, those are nice. Very nice. Pretty lightweight too. For what they are, it's not bad. This is probably the other side lower. Nice. BMR. Lower control arms. Polyurethane bushings. Forged ball joints. Nice piece. Take these upper ball joints out. Those are nice. Second layer. Upper control arm assemblies. Wow. Check that out. Those are nice. Bump stop. It's cool. Allen hardware. Nice machined crossbar there. Cool. Last one, same thing. Now for the stickers. Guess we didn't spend enough to get those. Empty box. Next up, UMI Performance, American made. These are going to be the drop springs, front and rear. These feel like the front springs. Oh, spends all the money on parts just to get the stickers. There they are. Good stuff. Yep, here's the rears. All right, what we got here is the 2-inch drop spring kit and the tubular control arm kit for the G body. We got a transmission detent cable, motor mounts, idler, inner outer tie rods, 4 shocks, tie rod sleeves, good ceramic brake pads, rotors, bearings and seals, all for the front end. Paired with this stuff, it's gonna be a really nice riding car, and I'm excited to get it all put together. The plan is to get the engine bay painted and the frame rails painted before all the new suspension goes on. Okay, so brake clean today. So the plan is to get the frame the rest of the way cleaned up, prep the firewall, prep the fender wells, prep everything for paint, and go ahead and spray it. You guys will see that in the next video. Stay tuned for more update videos. I've got the suspension going on this week. It's gonna be a really cool video. And then very shortly behind that, the engine's going back in. Thanks for watching.